Subscribe to our channel by clicking the subscribe button. Click the bell button and enjoy the latest uploads from our channel.
Welcome to World News Channel. Today news is:
Jared Kushner loses access to top-level security briefings. President Trump's son-in-law Jared Kushner has had his White House security clearance downgraded, the United States media are reporting. Mr. Kushner, a senior advisor to the president, had been receiving top-level security briefings. However, background checks into Mr. Kushner had still not been completed, so he had interim clearance only. He and other White House aides who have yet to receive permanent clearance will not now get top-level briefings. Mr. Kushner, who is married to Mr. Trump's daughter Ivanka, had access to the president's daily brief, a secret intelligence report. What is the latest? The moves were confirmed by Mr. Kushner's lawyer to Politico, and by two unnamed officials to the Reuters news agency. Politico reported that the 37-year-old was informed of the decision on Friday. Politico quoted Mr. Kushner's lawyer Abigail Lowell as saying that it would not affect Mr. Kushner's ability to continue to do the very important work he has been assigned by the president. A spokesperson for Mr. Kushner told the BBC in a statement, "Those involved in the process again have confirmed that there are dozens of people at Mr. Kushner's level whose process is delayed, that it is not uncommon for these clearance reviews to take this long in a new administration, and that the current backlogs are now being addressed." It comes as the White House moves to impose greater discipline on access to secrets. General John Kelly, Mr. Trump's chief of staff, said earlier this month that he would be limiting the number of people with top-level security clearance. It emerged that the president's former staff secretary, Rob Porter, had been able to work with interim security clearance despite allegations of domestic abuse. The news of the change in Mr. Kushner's status followed the announcement hours earlier that his spokesman Josh Raffel was to leave the White House. Meanwhile, The Washington Post reported that Mr. Kushner's contacts with certain foreign government officials have raised concerns with the White House. The newspaper, citing current and former United States officials familiar with intelligence reports on the matter, reported that officials in the United Arab Emirates, China, Israel and Mexico have privately discussed ways in which they could take advantage of Mr. Kushner and his business arrangements. What is the context? Mr. Kushner was given a wide brief in his role as a White House advisor despite a lack of political experience. He was tasked with brokering a Middle East peace deal and liaising with Mexico. But he had faced problems with his background checks as he sought to obtain permanent security clearance. The wealthy New York real estate developer had to refile the national security questionnaire required of all prospective White House employees after making a number of omissions. Last October, the head of the National Background Investigations Bureau told Congress he has never seen that level of mistakes on any security clearance application.